Hello students, in today's video we are going to discuss NCERT solution of chapter nutrition in plants. So let's start. Question number 1, why do organisms take food? So why do we need food? The point number 1, to get energy so that we can do various activity. Second point, to grow and develop the body. Third, to repair and replace damaged cells. And it helps to fight against disease and protect our body from infection. Second question, distinguish between parasite and a saprophyte. So what is difference between parasite and saprophyte? Let's discuss. Parasites are those organisms, they live in or on a host. That is, they live inside an other organism or outside an other organism that we call host and get their food from them. Next one, in saprophyte, they derive their nutrients. They derive their nutrients from dead and decaying matter. Next one, parasite example, we can write Cuscuta, which is also called as amabale. In saprophyte, we can write example fungi and bacteria also. Third question, how would you test the presence of starch in leaves? So the presence of starch in leaves, we can test by using iodine solution. What is the procedure to test the presence of starch? Number 1, dip the leaf in boiling water for few minutes. After this, immerse it in a beaker containing alcohol. Then carefully place the above beaker in a water bath and heat till the alcohol begins to boil. Why we are boiling it in alcohol? So that we decolorize the leaf and see the color change clearly. So to decolorize the leaf, we are boiling the leaf in alcohol. Now, dip the leaf in a dilute solution of iodine for a few minutes, or you can put few drops of iodine solution over the leaf. So if it gives blue-black color, it shows the presence of starch. Next question, give a brief description of the process of synthesis of food in green plants. So we all know that green plants make the food with the help of photosynthesis process. So in green plants, the synthesis of food occurs by a process called photosynthesis. In this process, plants, plant cells of leaves take carbon dioxide from air, water from soil and put it together in the presence of so in the presence of sunlight, which is trapped by chlorophyll. So we can write in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they form carbohydrate, which is food in the form of glucose, and release oxygen gas back into the air. So in this process, plant cells of leaves take carbon dioxide from air, water from soil. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they form carbohydrate and oxygen. So this process can be represented by a reaction. The process can be represented by an equation. Carbon dioxide plus water, then draw an arrow. The conditions we have to write on arrow, that is sunlight, which is trapped by the chlorophyll. It's a green pigment and form carbohydrate. Or we can write glucose also and release out, then plus oxygen. So this is the equation of photosynthesis. Now come to the question number 5. Show with the help of a sketch that plants are ultimate source of food. First of all, we have to discuss why we are calling plant as ultimate source of food, because plant make their own food. Plants are autotrophs. They make their own food. How they make their own food? By the process of photosynthesis. So this diagram show the process of photosynthesis in which plant take light energy, that is sunlight from the sun, carbon dioxide from air, and they have chlorophyll in their leaves. The plant have chlorophyll in their leaves. And what they form become? This is the chlorophyll in the leaf, form glucose, and oxygen is released back into the air. And the water and minerals they take from the soil with the help of roots. Now plant make their own food with the help of solar energy. So plant take energy from the sun. We can write solar energy, then arrow, green plants. Then green plants are eaten up by herbivores. Herbivores eaten by carnivores. And we all know that these green plant, herbivore, carnivore, they can be decomposed by decomposers. So through this flow chart, we can see that first solar energy is taken by the green plants, and green plants is eaten up by herbivore. So solar energy is taken by green plants. Green plants are eaten up by herbivore, herbivore by carnivore. So carnivore directly or indirectly depend on plants. And same for the decomposers. Now come to the next question, fill in the blanks. Green plants are called dash since they synthesize their own food. So what we call the green plants? autotrophs. So the answer is autotrophs. Auto means self, trophs means feed. So they are self-feeding. They make their own food, so they are called autotrophs. The food synthesized by the plant is stored as starch. It's prepared as carbohydrate but stored as starch. In photosynthesis, solar energy is absorbed by the pigment called chlorophyll. It is green pigment which trap the sunlight for doing photosynthesis process. During photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide and release oxygen gas. Next question, name the following. Number one, a parasitic plant with a yellow, slender and branched stem. So which one is a parasitic plant having yellow, slender and branched stem? So it is Cuscuta. Next one, a plant that is partially autotrophic. So partially, it's a insectivorous plant. So we can write pitcher plant. It's an insectivorous. It can do photosynthesis and also take the nutrition from insect. The pores through which leaves exchange gases is stomata, which is present on the surface of leaves, and its function is to exchange of gases and transpiration. Next, take the correct answer. Cuscuta is an example of autotroph, parasite, saprotroph, and host. So it's the example of parasite. Next one, the plant which trap and feed on insect. So the plant which trap and feed on insect is pitcher plant, as it is a insectivorous plant. Match the following: chlorophyll, nitrogen, Cuscuta, animal, insect, rhizobium, heterotroph, pitcher plant, leaf, and parasite. So let's match with a chlorophyll. It is present in leaf. Nitrogen fixed by rhizobium bacteria, which is present in the roots of legume plant. Cuscuta, it's a parasite. Animals are heterotrophs that they depend on other for food. Insect, pitcher plant. Next question, mark true and false. Carbon dioxide is released during photosynthesis. False. Oxygen is released during photosynthesis. Plants which synthesize their food are called saprotroph. So it is false. Plants which synthesize their food are called autotrophs. The product of photosynthesis is not a protein. It's true. It's carbohydrate, not protein. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy, true. As the plant takes the sunlight, that's solar energy, and do chemical process that we represent through a chemical reaction. Okay. So we can say that solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Next question, choose the correct option from the following. Which part of plant takes in carbon dioxide from air for photosynthesis? So root hair, stomata, leaf, veins, petal. Which part takes the carbon dioxide? So it's stomata. That is the tiny pores present on the surface of leaf. Plant take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere mainly through their root, stem, flower, leaf. So its answer is leaf. Through the stomata that are present on the surface of leaves, plant do exchange of gases. Next question, and this is the last question, beta. Why do farmers grow many fruits and vegetables crop inside large greenhouse, and what are the advantage to the farmer? So why they grow it into the large greenhouses? To protect them and provide suitable temperature. So let's write fruits and vegetables crops are grown in large greenhouse Cause it protect crops from external climate condition and provides suitable temperature for the growth of crop. Now, what are the advantages? So let's write the advantages. Number one, it protects crops from disease and adverse climate condition. And second advantage, it protects crops from wind and rodents. So this is all about the exercise. All the best for the exam.